Today I went in and downloaded Throne and Liberty. This is an MMORPG, fantasy RPG, and well, it looks nice based on the screenshots, so I decided, well, let's try the open beta and see if I'm gonna like the game. Now I can tell you straight out of the bat that this game has so many great things working for it, including the beautiful settings, the world itself. It's an open world, really beautiful world. The design of the characters, the depth when it comes to all, the items that you get, changing your character stats, using different weapons. There are no classes in the game, again, because it's a really huge game, so it allows you to just choose the weapon that you want and invest in stats for your character and basically focus on the playstyle that you want to use. But you can use both, for example, sword and as a sorcerer at the same time. But then I mean sword and stuff. The music in this game is amazing. I really felt like in a Lord of the Ring movie. Early on, you're gonna learn all the different key weapons in the game, and you're gonna see which one you prefer using. Actually, the heavy weapon, as you can see here, for example, can hit pretty hard and fast. It's not like those type of these RPG games where it's very, very slow. So it seems like all weapons seem like viable here in this game, without actually feeling kind of too slow or not performing well enough compared to others. So it's going to be fun. I mean, fast is fun in the most part. Well, at least for me. And of course, you have your character screen where you can choose the items to equip, and each item is going to have their own stats, and you can level out different stats points for your character, level up. There's also shape-shifting in this game, which I think is pretty cool. It really transitions very well. So you can fly, for example. And then you can change to a four-legged creature or whatever that runs on the ground. And of course you can always morph back into your human form. Again, which is nice, it felt good.
Resistance, get ready.
The game has lots of beautiful cutscenes, very well made. Voice acting wasn't good. Actually, it sounds more like AI, to be honest. Soulless, so that's one negative thing that I noticed. I didn't like the voice lines. Enemies designed very well. Again, it's just at the beginning of the game, but it just looks beautiful. Visual effects, in details, everything is there. And the performance, I mean, I'm running DLSS here in Full HD, but again, it works very well. And it seems that the game is well optimized. I also like the diversity of the different places. I mean, they showcase it pretty quickly before you actually enter the main city here, and it just looks beautiful. I mean, look, what a great start to go on an adventure, and then look at that. Hundreds of players on my screen, and then oh my god, I really wanted a feeling to just get something more of a single player. Of course I knew it's going to be MMO. Then, you get into the MMO type of experience. Hundreds of zombie players just standing there doing nothing. Okay, some of them of course will do things. But then again, you realize we are entering the MMO, this is an MMORPG. And then from that point on, things start actually to degrade for me pretty quickly. But before we talk about that, there are many things that of course I really like. I really like the game has lots of depth, so it seems. So there are lots of different items, different type of things that they do, lots of abilities you can see. Again, it's an MMO, so you can expect that. You can see all the stats of the weapons, so when you find new stuff, it's going to be very interesting to try different combinations and builds. So yeah, when it comes to depth, it seems that the game has it nailed properly. Seems, because I haven't played that long in order to find out how well it works, but based on the information, the text information, and the comparison options, it seems that it's going to be good. But you see, this is the point where everything just for me falls apart. I really not more into the go there, fetch there, do these quests, and tons of text on the screen, and the UI is filled with everything that just ruin your immersion, with basically make you wake up in the morning and instead of really enjoying game, just go to work. That's how it feels like for me. You have your missions, go and do that. So much time wasting. And yeah, from that point I actually felt that the game is just not going to be for me, and I gave it a chance, of course, because again, it just looks beautiful, the music is beautiful, lots of players, it was really interesting to find players and play together. I mean, so many things that could have made this game amazing, but look at all these windows floating, and this sidebar will fill up with lots of things and missions and time-based ones. Combat, however, felt also good, felt responsive. Of course, you can automate some of the moves, which of course is again MMO, so it's many MMOs it's like that. Switching between quickly melee and magic. It felt good. I really enjoyed it. Of course, this is just the beginning. It's going to be much better, I believe, because you know we're going to get more powerful things, stuff, spells, and all this stuff, and you get more powerful, and it's going to get crazy later on. I'm sure. Here, for example, I got some points I can invest. Not a lot of things here, as you can see, so it feels limited in this aspect. Although, as you progress from with each one, you're gonna get more things, as you can see, that can actually change for your character. But I was expecting more stats than that. But from what you can see here so far, there are only 4. So every second I played this game, I was in a conflict. I mean, the game is amazing. It looks amazing. I enjoy being it. I was immersed with the world. But look at the sidebar. As soon as it's going to fill up with things, and you can, by the way, press Alt to use a cursor, so you can change things and pin one of the, for example, areas into the sidebar. So many things start degrading for me, and this is because they could have been such an amazing game if it wasn't having MMO-ish type of gameplay elements. Now, I actually went to Steam to check if maybe I'm, suffering for something, but no, many other players actually feel the same. This point-and-click type of stuff, and yeah. So listen, I play, for example, Fantasy Realm Reborn for Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn. I just love that game, but since then I had enough of this MMO type of gameplay with all this point-and-click stuff and go there, fetch that. No thank you. It's total time waster for me, but again, back then I did enjoy it, and I'm sure many players will enjoy it as well. Now, although I didn't like the voice line in the game, the characters I actually liked. There are many characters you can easily relate to and really feel warm, when you get into a new place, and there are some very friendly characters, and some of them interesting and fascinating and had lots of mystery. So yeah, the design of the characters are made well as well. So I can tell you that if you don't mind what I'm saying here, with the go and fetch and do that and bring me that, all these point-and-click type of things and fetch quests, you're gonna love this game, I think, because so many things other than that for me were designed insanely well. And that's why I'm so disappointed, because I really wanted to be in the game, but this just put me off, way off, that I don't want to play it anymore. Unfortunately. The moment I saw all the zombie players standing there, it just ruined the immersion immediately. I mean, I was entering a beautiful city, and then poof, zombie characters, players just standing there doing nothing. Of course, when the game is out, more players will be more active, of course. But I'm not saying I really enjoy playing with others, and that's why I love MMOs, but yeah, it really put me off. Part of the things that put me off, and yeah, I won't be buying this game. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what the community think about it. I'm sure they're gonna be people who just had enough. We want something more Skyrim-like, I think, and part of it feels really great when it comes to the design of the game. But when it comes to the MMO elements of the game, some people just be put off totally by that. I'm not thinking about the depth with all the things in the game. This is great, but again, all these quests and all the windows and sidebar stuff and the text and everything, and all the extra dialogues with endless dialogues, this is gonna put off many players out of this game. Yeah, worth checking out for sure, but I'm out. That's not for me.